Okay, we're live. Hi everyone. Just gonna readjust here so you can see what we're working with. Awesome. Hi, okay. Let's make sure we can see everything. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Priyanka of Chef Priyanka, and I'm really excited because I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite summer cocktails. It's super refreshing, and it is a V8 plus Hydrate infused watermelon, strawberry, cucumber, Miami Vice. So yes, that is a mouthful, but I promise you it is super delicious, and the star of the show is V8 plus Hydrate strawberry cucumber. And if you guys don't know who I am a vegan chef, so I'm all about this because this has one full serving of veggies in it. So, you know, I'm all about that veggie life. But even if you don't eat a lot of veggies, then this is a good option for you. So there's a couple components to this drink, and I kind of want to explain what has inspired it. So a Miami Vice, quote unquote, drink, not just the video game. It's usually a half strawberry daiquiri and half pina colada, and it's kind of like swirled together, so it has like a really pretty red and white color to it. But this obviously has a chef pre-take on it. And there's gonna be some rose water in it, which is very common in Indian food and Indian drinks, and it adds like a really nice delicate flavor, which sweetens up the watermelon even more. And we're gonna have coconut in it, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get started. So first we have some pureed watermelon here. All this is just fresh watermelon that's been pureed until super smooth, and we have a little stirring spoon here. You can strain this, but I actually like a little bit of the chunks because, you know, we want to feel natural when we're drinking this. Next, we're gonna add our V8 plus Hydrate strawberry cucumber. I also love this because it has plant-based hydration. So again, I'm all about that plant-based life, but I love having drinks that help you feel hydrated during the summer. It is so hot in here in New York right now, so this is a good option. But to our watermelon puree, we're gonna add about half a can of V8. Okay, so just give that a little bit of a stir. And then the next thing we want to do is add our rose essence. So you can get this in any grocery store. It's so fragrant. Take a whiff if you can, if this was like smell-o-vision, but it's really, really fragrant and floral. So I'm gonna add a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. If you put too much, it could be very, very bitter. So we're gonna add about a quarter teaspoon. Trust me, it's more than enough. All right, so give this a mix. And then let's just set it aside because we have to work on our second component of the drink, which is the coconut part. Okay, so we have a blender here, and what we wanna do is add some coconut ice cubes. So all this is coconut milk that has been frozen into cubes. So they're just little cubes here, and we're gonna add that to our blender or food processor, whatever you have. Ooh, it smells so nice. It's so cool. All right, so just get some in there. We lost one. And then we're gonna add our liquor. So we want to add some light rum. I advise using rum only because it really blends nicely with this drink in terms of the flavor. It doesn't overpower it, and it has a slightly sweet flavor to it. If you notice, like, rum is generally used in a lot of tropical drinks and sweet drinks and mojitos and things like that, so it's kind of in that same realm. This coconut milk is unsweetened and I like my drinks a little bit sweet. So I'm actually gonna add a little bit of agave. You don't have to do this, but I just think it tastes good. So a little bit of agave, we have our rum in, and then we're gonna add a splash of coconut milk to help us get this blended. So let's just add that in there. Let's get the lid on. Wish me luck here. We want to get this to basically a nice slushy consistency. So it's going to be loud for like a minute. Okay, cool. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to start layering our drink. It's a little bit bright. Okay, cool. We want to start layering our drink. So let's get our glass here. And a little trick is I actually keep the glass in the fridge so that it gets cold before we serve it. So the first layer we want to add is our coconut milk layer. Okay. Let's remove this. Pop this off. We're gonna pour this in. Yum. That looks so good. Okay. And then next we want to layer in our watermelon. So let's give our watermelon a stir again. And remember, this has our V8 plus hydrate in it, but we're not done with it yet. Okay, so let's put that aside. Let's give this a pour in. Guys, how pretty does that look already? And then let's add in a little bit more coconut. Gotta make room here, guys, so you could see this. Okay. All right, let's continue layering. I'm so excited to drink this. Okay. And then the last bit that we want to do is we actually want to add a little bit more of the V8 plus hydrate strawberry cucumber on top. And I like to do that so you get that like cucumbery flavor right as you sip it in the beginning. So we're gonna add some on top. And then we're gonna actually add one more spoon of the watermelon just to get that beautiful red color on top. This glass is, all right, so, woo. Okay, cool. That looks great. The finishing touch to this drink, let me just show you before I garnish it further, is our rose petals. So a little fun fact about these is actually my mom made these for me, where you could just take organic rose, like rose petals, make sure to wash and dry them, make sure there are no bugs in them, and then just stick them in the oven and let them toast until they crisp up. And then they become beautiful and dry. So you just want to put one or two. A little goes a long way. You really don't want too much here. And that's your drink. But we're not finished, because I want to show you a really fun garnish for this. Well, one, we have our straw, we have our bamboo straw, natural. So let's put that in here. And let me just move this out of the way so then I can show you how to do our fun geometric garnishes. Okay. Let's get this set up here so you guys can see. All right, cool. Okay, so let's make some room and clean this off. And the first garnish that we want to do is basically going to look like this cool geometric triangle. So this is actually really easy to do, but it's super fun and it really just like makes the drink and anything you're doing pop. So you want to take a quartered watermelon. So you can easily get these at the grocery store. They like sell the quarters already. So I advise just to get that so you can have the work kind of done for you. Take a very, very sharp knife, okay? You want to make sure your knife is sharp. That is key to cutting a watermelon in general. And you want to just do one slice here, okay? Make sure to get that cut. Cool. So now we have our wedge. And like normally you would just like pick this up and eat it as I would do, but why do that when you can take it a step further? So I'm actually gonna cut this rind off right here. Okay. This doesn't have to go to waste, you can eat that later. And so now we basically have our naturally formed triangle. And then what you want to do is take a paring knife and you basically want to cut out the center. So just carefully go against the border. Don't make it too thin, otherwise it'll break apart. And let's make sure to cut through all the edges. Okay, and then this should pop right out. Yeah, see? How cool is that? Okay, now I'm actually, what you could do is you could leave it as is, but this is a little thick for me. So I'm gonna see if we can actually cut it in half and use that. Okay. So now we have a thinner geometric garnish. Our drink is right over here and it's a little bit full, so I'm gonna take a small sip so then I could show you how this looks on the drink. Oh my God. First of all, that is so good. And it's super, super refreshing. And I should also mention that V8 plus Hydrate has plant-derived hydration and naturally derived electrolytes. So if you're ever feeling like you need a little boost, then you can drink some V8. Okay, so you can just sit your garnish on top of the drink. Okay, that one's really cool. I really like that triangle because it's super easy to make. The next one, which I think is really fun and also very easy, is you can take a half watermelon, just cut it in half. This is just a seedless baby watermelon, nothing special. And then you can use an ice cream scoop. So I have a mini ice cream scoop here. You can also use a melon baller, but I like the ice cream scoop because then you could just like push it out. And I'm basically gonna try and scoop a sphere from this ice cream scoop. So we're gonna go in. This is a very, very juicy watermelon. Okay, let's see if this worked. Okay, so basically you should be getting a sphere like this, okay? And what you can do then is, and this is fun, and this is also really fun for kids too. I'm like a child at heart, so I find this fun. But if you have actual kids around, this is a really fun activity to do with them. But you can take a straw and we can put it through the sphere. Let's see if this goes. Okay, let's try to get it through. Yay! Yay! Okay, now we got the sphere through. And you can actually serve this on your drinks. So I just removed the other straw so you can see how this would look. And then you can have a little watermelon sphered drink. How fun is that? I'm gonna take another sip. So good, it's so fun. It just like makes it a lot funner. And because we're home and because we're trying to find fun activities to do, I think this is great. And it's hot. It's super hot, at least where I am. So this is a great way to naturally refresh yourself. Okay, the last little fun thing we can do is you could take your watermelon and cut it into a circle about 1 inch thick. And then what you want to do is use a cookie cutter and just cut through the meat of the watermelon. So I just have a circle cookie cutter here that's ridged. All right, so I have my shape. Look how pretty this is. It's nice and rich. And then you can use this as is, but there's a couple things you can then do with that shape. You can cut it in half and then have a half moon and rest that on your drink, almost like a lemon or lime wedge. Or you can cut a circle in the middle of it. Let's see if this stays intact. But you can cut a circle in the middle. Sometimes when your watermelon is super, super ripe and very juicy and delicious, it doesn't work out as you want it to. But, okay, so this one didn't stay together, but let's just do the half moon then. But you could have just done a circle, but instead we could do like a little half moon and then we can rest that on the drink as well. So now I have a crazy watermelon out drink. So we're just gonna stick with one garnish here so you guys can see what we're working with. So I'm gonna stick with the sphere, but this is how you make a V8 plus hydrate infused watermelon, strawberry, cucumber, Miami Vice. So I hope this inspires you to make one at home and do these fun shapes. And also don't forget to grab your V8 plus hydrate in stores, and also check out the V8 Tastemade Pinterest board for more recipes, because there's a ton of recipes with V8 products and Tastemade. They all look delicious, trust me. I looked at all of them. And you can find my recipe there too. And if you like this recipe and you love vegan and plant-based cooking, don't forget to follow me, Priyanka Naik of Chef Priyanka. You can find me on YouTube and everywhere else. And I hope you guys make this drink this weekend and cool off. So cheers to you guys. I'm gonna take another sip because this is too good not to take another sip. This is so good. Honestly, you can't even taste the rum. Potentially dangerous, but this is really great and super refreshing. Thank you guys.